I grew tired of the same. Then one night, packed my things, told the one I love I'll be back one day. Through the fight, through the pain, booked a flight, took a plane, told her not to cry. I'll be back one day.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy ADM here, and like I said, it is time for my Survivor Series rant. It is time for my review/rant of Survivor Series 2016. Alright, first things first, I still have no idea what I actually thought about this pay-per-view. But I guess I'm actually hoping I'll be able to come to a conclusion when we reach the end of the video. I guess we can start with the elephant in the room, considering it's got everybody fucking talking. Goldberg versus the fucking beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. This is where I'm stuck. Let's see. I was happy to begin with, then angry, then annoyed at the WWE, and now I kind of understand why they went in this direction. Okay, so let's just put it this way. Let's just throw the streak out of the window for a minute, because obviously we know the WWE just loves to forget about records. And let's just go with the fact that, of course we know that Brock Lesnar is a dominating beast. They've built him up like that for the past 3 years. And of course some of the old school fans, and I'm guessing some new fans would have seen, if they ended up watching it on WWE Network, they would have seen how much of a beast Goldberg was during his WCW days and when he came to the WWE. As fans, really, we should all remember what Goldberg was like during his WCW days. I mean, a typical Goldberg match for us was a squash match. That was it. That is what Goldberg was known for. Just coming in, squashing guys, and leaving. And we fucking loved it. Although, a lot of those guys were not the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. AKA the Beast, AKA the man who ended The Undertaker's streak, AKA the man that the WWE has been building up for the past 3 years to look like the most unstoppable, dominating force in the company. Am I starting to rethink my decision here? No. I've still got my conclusion. Alright, and now for albeit very, very, very brief overview of the match. They both have their entrances. Goldberg's was awesome, by the way. So was Lesnar's, as always. They stare each other down. Brock Lesnar is the first to attack. Charges Goldberg towards the corner of the ring. And then, that's where shit got all fucked up. Now, Goldberg pushes the 286-pound Brock Lesnar as if he were a flimsy little bitch. Now, of course, at this moment, Brock Lesnar looks in shock, yada, yada, yada. So we were thinking, oh shit, what the fuck is about to happen? Then, as Brock Lesnar is about to get up, spear! And that's not it. Goldberg sets him off at the corner of the turnbuckle. Once again, massive spear. And at this point, Lesnar is really selling, but he looks generally really hurt. Goldberg does his little taunt. And then jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg wins and squashes Lesnar in 1 minute and 25 fucking seconds. Shock. Complete shock at that point. That's all I could do to explain it. I just couldn't believe what was happening in front of my eyes. Honestly, in terms of shock value, I'd say this was second behind Lesnar ending The Undertaker's streak. My first thought, of course, was, yes, come on! After 12 years, the man comes back and he's 2-0 against the Beast. Not long after that, I started thinking to myself, but wait a minute, hold on. Brock Lesnar is the man that ended the streak. Brock Lesnar is the man that has been dominating the company for years now. And they've brought in someone who's 49 years old to promote a video game and absolutely destroy Brock Lesnar. Of course, at this point, it was just pure anger. Now, this is where things started to make sense for me. Obviously, the shock value died down slightly, and I actually had time to think, and it made me realize this could actually be a very, very, very smart move on the WWE's behalf. And if done correctly, that moment at Survivor Series could be one of the greatest moments next to The Undertaker losing the streak. And here's why. Of course, we know that Goldberg actually injured his shoulder on Raw. So that could have been a reason for them ending the match shortly, but even so, if that was the case, I still would have been unhappy. However, it was reported that he did agree to a string of matches shortly before his match with Lesnar. And I believe they did that because I think he spoke about how he didn't have enough time to prepare for the match, so he wasn't match fit, he wasn't match ready, etc., etc., etc. Which makes me believe that we could be seeing either a match between the two at the Royal Rumble or at the grandest stage on more, WrestleMania. Now, whether Goldberg is just going to have small matches in between then, we don't know. But personally, I think he's got maybe 3 or 4 matches left in him. Obviously, that's very difficult to tell, though. We just do not know. But I still think he's got 3 or 4 good matches. And I have a feeling that something is going to happen tomorrow night on Raw to solidify them a proper match at either the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Alright, now let's get back into the rest of the pay-per-view, which was, albeit a little bit disappointing, but then it got good. Anyway, the first match was Luke Harper versus Kane. Meh. Let's just move on. The next match was the first Raw vs SmackDown match, the ladies 5-on-5. Now, yeah, this was a pretty decent match. I liked it. I would have preferred it to open up, to be honest. Of course, we know Nikki Bella was supposed to be in the match, but she was attacked from behind. So, yeah, let's expect a storyline angle for that to happen on Tuesday. That led to Natasha replacing Nikki in the lineup. But of course, it's her home. She's in her home turf in Canada. So, I guess, it wasn't really that bad of a change. It was a light for light, really. Plus, Natasha's in her hometown, isn't she? So, I guess she deserves it. Now, what I didn't like so much about this match, I guess I say it's not what I liked, but more who. And it's not that I don't like her, I cannot get used to Nia Jax for some reason. I really appreciate her in-ring ability, she's brilliant, she's absolutely dominant, but I just can't get into her. And although she managed to decimate most of the women's SmackDown roster, I'm struggling to actually see who Nia Jax is. I'm struggling to want to actually like her. I'd say the top star of that performance was Charlotte. She eliminated most of Team SmackDown, and she was absolutely incredible in that match. But of course, the most over woman in the world had to get the win, and Bayley lands the pin count. However, I guess we could say it's redeemed by Charlotte backstabbing her and attacking from behind, which I really enjoyed, which I think is great. And I'm looking forward to see what actually goes on from there, because I don't know, Bayley came into the company. I know everything she went through to get to the NXT title and then come to the WWE. She's likable, and I respect her ability, but wow, is she over. And yes, I know, there's a segment between fucking Mick Foley and that no-chin bastard next, but I don't give a fuck. I don't like him. I fucking hate the gimmick. Let's move on. Next, we had Sami Zayn versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Personally, I really enjoyed this match. The two were great in the ring together, and I mean, how can I say this? Maurice and The Miz work really, really well together. They've got the manager-superstar relationship really, really on point. And I think the fact that Maurice actually helped Miz get the win was great because we're back to seeing the Miz that we saw a couple of years ago. And to be honest with you, I think SmackDown needed that win because I think SmackDown personally needs to keep the I can't speak right now. I think that SmackDown need to keep the Intercontinental Championship for themselves, considering events that happened afterwards. And we'll get there in a bit. Anyway, I mean, as for Sami Zayn anyway, it's like, he's just come up to the main roster not too long ago, and he's at the point in his career where losing isn't that much of a deal. I mean, I'm sure he'll get to that point soon enough. He had a great match. He was really over with his hometown fans. To be honest, I'm just really hope for the best for Sami Zayn because I really, really like him. And like I said, he doesn't really... The loss won't mean that much at all to him. I mean, I'm sure that they can set some... I have a feeling they're going to set something up between the two and it will eventually happen for him. Alright, so next up, we have the SmackDown vs. Raw tag team matches, consisting of Breezango, The New Day, Hype Bros, Shining Stars, American Alpha, Gallows and Anderson, Beauty and the Man Beast, Enzo and Cass, and the Usos. Now, the best way I could use to describe this match? Confusing. Confusing as fuck. There was so much going on. To start off with, the stipulation was confusing as hell. Basically, they set up a stipulation where if one member of the team was eliminated, then the whole team would be eliminated. And that would be by pinfall, disqualification, and countout. The match started off very, very quickly to start off for some reason. It started with Breezango getting eliminated within the first 30-40 seconds, and then the shock one, the New Day getting eliminated not long after. Although I guess I said that the match was confusing, I guess it was good that there was a lot going on because you couldn't really tell who the victor was actually going to be. And in the end, the victors ended up being Cesaro and Sheamus, who, let's not forget, I believe are facing the New Day on Raw tonight. I think it's good that these two won because considering how much of a powerhouse these two are, I really both respect both men. And obviously you could see the feud building up between the both of them. And after looking at it, I guess it was the only logical win. Right, now this next match. This is where I am pissed the fuck off. What the fuck, WWE? Okay, so the next match was the Cruiserweight match between Brian Kendrick and Kalisto. The match was great. Two high flyers going against each other. Great spots. Just great chemistry between the two. But then, the ending. The ending. Baron Corbin comes in, interferes, and costs the match, causing Kendrick to win via disqualification. So, of course, Kendrick retained the title. Now, already that there was an interference, which was annoying because there was a great match going on, it's what happened afterwards that really annoyed me. There was a segment with Corbin and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was moaning at Corbin for interrupting the match. His response to interrupting the match? So, that's not what you want to hear, especially with the Cruiserweight division. I mean, think about it. You had the Cruiserweight division on the line. Of course, Raw have it currently, but imagine what the Cruiserweight division could do for SmackDown. That's not what you want to hear. I mean, overall, it's just... Yeah, another typical good match, fucking shit ending. Now onto what was probably the best match of the night. The men's 5-on-5 Raw vs SmackDown. Oh my god. And it was 54 minutes long. Maybe too long, but let's not take anything away from the match. It was still absolutely fucking brilliant. Full of spots. Shane O'Mac. Must you always put your body on the line for the sake of the company? Wow. Let's talk about Strowman for a second, by the way. The man was fucking unstoppable. Oh my god. He was just destroying everyone who came his way. Until I'd say Orton managed to get the upper hand and RKO him on the table. Or was it through the table? I can't remember. But anyway. Oh, wow. Wow, this is where shit got interesting. Because Bray Wyatt and Orton seemed to set him up on the announce table. And then who comes on top of the fucking turnbuckle? Shane O'Mac. Big fucking elbow through the announce table. Shane is dead, number 1. Now, of course, even so, the big man eventually gets up, walks towards the ring to avoid the count, and guess fucking what? That little bastard, James Ellsworth, is fucking underneath the ring, grabs Strowman by his fucking shoes, and just causes the fucking count out. Yay. Fucking Ellsworth. Anyway, the good thing is, Strowman fucking destroys him, slams him through fucking tables at the top of the ramp. Fucking well done, Strowman. Fuck you, Ellsworth. Hooded bastard comes in as well. So we've got the new Wyatt family together. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I can't really complain, especially considering this angle seems to be working well with Orton. This new Wyatt family really seems to be doing something for him. They work well together. I mean, especially considering this. I couldn't believe when this happened. Reigns goes for the Superman punch. No, sorry, not the Superman. Reigns goes for the spear on Wyatt. Fucking Orton. Orton puts himself in front, pushes Wyatt out the way, and takes a spear for him, for Wyatt to land Sister Abigail and actually get a clean win over Reigns. And SmackDown win the event. Like I said, 54-minute match, but could have maybe been a little bit shorter, but it was still incredible and one not to forget. Fucking highlights. Obviously, Seth and Reigns got to a point now where they had to work together, and it seemed to work well for them because there wasn't any blemish between them. Anyway, they're both outside. They're both leaving their defense. Of course, I just mentioned Shane O'Mac, the huge elbow drop on Braun Strowman through the announce table. But my God, we also got Seth Rollins going for the frog splash. Randy Orton hits a fucking huge RKO. Now, when it comes to these two and their chemistry, absolutely incredible. And the next, more serious, awesome, but serious one we got was Shane going for the coast to coast on Reigns, and Reigns landing a spear mid-air. Fucking amazing to see, but you can tell both men hurt each other. But wow, just incredible. Great, and I think it solidified itself again as one of the top 4, like it should be. Now, I'm sorry about the length of the video, but it's really, really difficult to actually get a full review of a show like this in. Thank you so much for listening to our review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd like to know what you guys thought about Survivor Series yourselves. Leave a comment down below. I'd really love to get your opinion. I am ADM, and peace.
I grew tired of the same, then one night, packed my things, told the one I love I'll be back one day. Through the fight, through the pain, booked a flight, took a plane, told her not to cry. I'll be back one day.